guess what? YouTube has gotten some features. Now, I have posted my TikToks and my Twitter videos and all of that about this already, but YouTube is introducing 3 streaming-specific features, and then they also introduced a video-specific feature as well. So for streaming, they have rolled out clips to all gaming creators, and they say gaming creators, but I've seen it on just about every video and stream, even if it's not marked in the gaming category. I don't think that YouTube really has, like, a way of filtering that anymore because categories basically don't exist anymore. But pretty much any YouTube channel with 1,000 subscribers or more, any video or stream can now be clipped. So theoretically, you should be able to clip this one right now. I haven't actually pulled it up to check. I guess I should have done that. I pull up my stream, yeah, specific features, and then, oh god, yeah, you can clip this stream right now. Now, the cool thing about clips with YouTube stuff is instead of making it its own separate video, which could be good or bad, but instead of making it its own separate video, it actually creates basically like a highlighted segment within the VOD. And that means that you can immediately keep watching the entire video and see the context of it and continue, you know, watching the content. Whereas Twitch clips, you may never find the rest of what you were watching or what was clipped or whatever, which is pretty freaking frustrating sometimes. So this is really neat. The only issue being it makes it more difficult to share out the social media. Like with Twitch clips, they are literally splicing out their own video file, which you can then download and upload wherever you want. You're supposed to do it after 24 hours if you're an affiliate or partner, keep in mind. But, you know, being its own file makes it a little bit easier to manage if you're doing highlights or posting somewhere else. And this is definitely the YouTube way of doing it. But I think for those of people like myself who specifically make videos versus, you know, being streaming focused, this is actually a really useful feature because anyone looking at a clip can then go find my video. So if someone, for example, you could take, and I don't think anyone's really considered the possibilities with this, but you could take my educational videos, my tutorials, my how-to, my list videos, splice out a 60-second clip using the clip feature that shows someone how to do something and share that with them. They immediately get that value and get to jump into my content for that. But then if they're like, oh, I want to learn more, they can keep watching my video. That is huge. That is huge. Like, that is a big deal for channels like myself that I don't think anyone is using yet, especially since they're marketing it as a gaming feature, which I'm really frustrated with YouTube because they kind of treat streaming as only a gaming thing. Like, even with this, like, clips are useful outside of just gaming. Their live streaming features are useful for something other than gaming. But pretty much all the features that they make that are inspired by Twitch, they assume are only going to be used in gaming, and they always refer to gaming creators, and that's not really how it works. And they have tons of streams on YouTube, like this one, that aren't gaming. And I think they have a little bit of a mixed up communication, especially since YouTube gaming itself is no longer a thing. And so they're struggling to, like, balance, I guess, I don't know if it's the priorities of the people involved, like making it, or trying to make sure that the gaming creators don't feel like they're left out. I don't know what exactly it is. But it does get kind of frustrating. But they even divide it out here. Like it says, clips available to all gaming creators, 1,000 subscribers or more. But then sub-only chat. They also introduced subscribers-only chat. And it says all streamers. Now, I think the real differentiation here is not the category, gaming versus all. I think it's 1,000 subs are required for clips, whereas sub-only chat is not. So you can specifically restrict your live-only chat to subscribers, both from streams and even premieres, which I think would be kind of silly, but you can do it. If you have trouble controlling your chat, you can choose a duration that they have to be subbed before they can send live messages. I don't think, however, keep in mind, when YouTube refers to subscribers, now, I hate making this differentiation because YouTube is the one who normalized this language, but a subscriber on YouTube is just what happens when you click that subscribe button below the video, which you should do right now if you haven't already. On Twitch, a subscriber is a paying subscriber. So this is not a paid subscriber only chat. This is just people who follower only chat in the Twitch equivalent. And so they do not have channel members only chat just yet, I don't believe. So that Twitch version of sub only chat doesn't yet exist. But this can still help control speedy chats or, you know, trolling or whatever by restricting how long they have to have been subscribed to you. You can kind of moderate a little bit easier with that. And yeah, someone in chat mentions that they're mostly doing it to attract Twitch streamers. I get it, but I think they need better language for it, or to go back to kind of going all in on YouTube gaming as a thing. And then, of course, they have live polls in chat, which I believe I can make right now. Yeah, live poll. Are you... Oh, yes. Are you excited for Halo Infinite? Question mark. Ask your community. Bam. Now you have a poll in chat. It's that easy. Pretty cool. I'm super glad that they implemented it. And honestly, I realize you can do it with bots or Reacts or whatever, but I wish Discord would actually implement a form of native polls. But they have not done so just yet. But yes, these are some great features specifically for live streaming, and then specifically for video creators. They now have a feature called Super Thanks, which is basically a one-time contribution on a specific video. And it's basically like super chats, but for a video. You get like an applause that appears over the screen. You get a special badge next to your name. It's basically a tip for a specific video that shows up and is pretty cool, and it's something that they've experimented with before. They used to call it applause, and had it rolled out, I feel like, for almost a year to really, really big channels. But they were still like, I don't know, you know, I don't know if they had kinks to work out or monetization logistics to work out, but it took them a really long time to work out. And then they rolled it out now as Super Thanks, which they have then rolled up into their Supers platform. So you get super chat, super stickers, and super thanks. And at this point, I think they need to combine channel members into that and call them super subscribers, because it's effectively the same kind of monetization feature. So bundling it all together under the super branding makes a lot of sense to me. Unfortunately, I don't have it yet. I'm going to double check again to see if it has been enabled for my channel, but it's rolled out to a lot of channels. Myself is weirdly not included. Usually these features, yeah, I still don't have access to it. Weird. A lot of these features I usually get access to, and I don't yet. So that's really frustrating, because I have been a huge advocate for years now for YouTube to lock down better monetization options for VOD creators, because it seems like the culture of contributing or supporting financially video creators has always leaned completely towards streaming. You could just sit in your pajamas all day playing a video game and barely talking to chat, and people will throw thousands of dollars at you and gift you subs and all of that. But if you spend months making super helpful educational videos and ask people to join your Patreon, or run a sponsored spot, you're a shill, or you're begging for money, or you should just do it for free. And it's never made sense to me. And I think it's, I don't know, I don't want to say it's YouTube's responsibility, but it's their burden in order, like, they're the ones in power to make that change in the culture shift by rolling out features for it. And until they do, the culture can't really change. So they are currently, you know, making that happen. And I am stoked to see that go. Worth noting with the polls here, there is a little bit of a cooldown after you make one. It has to complete and show you the votes before you can make a new one. I'm just going to make another one just for fun, because polls are cool.